This is the Weather Extreme video. This is the morning edition for Wednesday, the 19th of November. I'm James Spann. Hey, we're going to hit 50 today. That'll be like a heat wave. Low 60s by the end of the week, maybe 70 at some point this weekend or higher. Next opportunity for rain over the weekend, especially after midnight Saturday night into Sunday morning. We're watching for severe weather potential. That's one of the headlines of this discussion. So let's dig in there and take a look. Watch a cold look again. Cross-polar flow, big trough over the east. And you know it's going to be cold this morning, and look at those numbers. Those were at 5 o'clock. Fort Payne, 14. Gadsden, 16. Anniston and Montgomery, 18. Interesting to note that Montgomery is 3 degrees colder than Birmingham. But we note to the west it's starting to warm up a little bit from Texas up into the southern plains. And we'll slowly dig out of this in coming days. Watch warning map, the remarkable Lake Erie snow machine continues up north and down to the south. Freeze warnings down into central Florida this morning. Convective outlooks, day 3. This is Friday. The standard slight risk over parts of West Texas. Day 4, which is Saturday, a risk of severe weather for Southeast Texas, places like Houston, Waco, College Station, into around Lake Charles, Louisiana. There is no risk defined beyond Saturday. I think there will be one at some point for the Gulf Coast states, but there's still some questions and uncertainty, so the SPC guys have not opted to mention that yet. This is the rain for the next 5 days, valid through Monday morning. Rain amounts where we are about 1 inch. Heavier totals, possibly over 2 inches near the Gulf Coast, and that's with our weekend event. All right, model fans, let's take a look. This is the GFS, the Global Forecast System, valid today at noon at 500 millibars. The pattern gradually beginning to de-amplify. Today will be sunny, and after the hard freeze this morning, we'll expect a high around 50 today. This is tomorrow. The morning will feature lows 28 to 32. Very cold, but not as cold as the recent mornings. And the high will be in the mid to upper 50s. The GFS is printing 57. The NAM tomorrow at 56. This is Friday. How about a high close to 60? Will be dry. Pretty good night for the high school football playoff games. And Saturday, as the weekend begins, the day should be fine. We have that surface high that's near the middle Atlantic coast, kind of nosing in here. And that should keep us dry. The high Saturday should be in the 60s. The GFS is printing 67. Very nice day for the in-state football games. Alabama, UAB, Auburn, all playing home games on Saturday or Saturday evening. The wave off to the west producing rain and storms over Texas and Oklahoma, and those could pack a punch. Now, this is Sunday morning, 6 a.m. You can see that short wave going negative tilt west of the state, and that's a very favorable severe look there. A 995 millibar surface low at Harrison, Arkansas, with thunderstorms in the warm sector. And a lot of questions about this. Could we have convection on the Gulf Coast that blocks the inflow up in here? Can the air destabilize at all? By the way, this is the European. Looks very, very similar. Sunday morning, 6 o'clock. I mean, the consistency is just excellent here. A surface low around Fort Smith, Arkansas, with those big storms coming in here. If anything, the European is just a touch slower, but they're very, very similar. Here's the big limiting factor. This is Cape, Sunday morning, 6 o'clock. There is no Cape here, and not much on the Gulf Coast. And that hopefully will be the case, and hopefully we'll get through this with just some rain and noisy storms and no severe weather. With the severe weather confined to the Gulf Coast region, could be the case. But the dynamics are very impressive. It's a case of no thermodynamics and remarkable dynamics. The low-level jet is about 70 knots in the core, a little north of here. Again, that's about 5,000 feet off the ground. And the bulk shear value is very high, but the higher shear values are kind of north of here and south of here. Again, after years of doing this, the gut feeling says this could be a tornado threat for our friends near the Gulf Coast and maybe about 50, 100 miles inland. But we've got time to fine-tune this forecast. This is Wednesday, and this event is Sunday morning. This is noon Sunday. We still got rain and storms over East Alabama. Surface low is near St. Louis. As the core of the activity moves into Georgia. And then this is Monday. And by the way, Sunday, if the sun can break out, and that's kind of doubtful now, we would see 70s. Now the GFS is a high of 69 with clouds all day. Now this is Monday, a cold front coming in. And you can see the thickness values or the contours there are packed pretty tightly across the state. The high Monday, mid to upper 60s. Maybe a shower with the front, and then this is Tuesday, and you can see another big trough carving out, the axis a little west of here. Tuesday will be cooler, 540 line coming down into the state, but the origin of this air is not the same air we have right now, so highs would drop into the maybe low 50s, lows in the 30s. And this is Wednesday, a week from today, Thanksgiving Eve, biggest travel day of the year. Good news, the weather looks very quiet for much of the country. No major storms. Kind of cold in the east, milder in the west. And for us, the day will be cool and dry. Highs in the 50s, lows in the 30s. And this is Thanksgiving Day. Same thing, cool and dry. Black Friday, the 28th, we stay dry. Iron Bowl Saturday, November 29th, we stay dry. And the model consistency out here has been good. Go out there into December. This is December 2nd, showing a rain, maybe a storm event. And on the 4th, the end of the forecast, well, that looks kind of different, doesn't it? The big cold trough is gone, ridging west of the state, and that would be dry with temperatures where they should be for early December. Look at temperatures coming off the ensembles. We peak Sunday and Monday, then we come back down for Thanksgiving week with temperatures going below average. But again, nothing like the numbers we have now. Arctic oscillation going positive. That'll shut down the flow of brutally cold air for a while. And the NAO going positive as well. So again, that clearly says that next week will not be anything like the cold we're dealing with right now. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog and the next video here by 4 o'clock today. If you can catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and God bless.